Hello, it's Taylor. I am here to give some updates and tell you all a little bit about the ALD research study that I am participating in. I posted a couple weeks ago that I received a really big package from the Kennedy Krieger Institute, which is the hospital where the researchers are that is conducting the study. I did an unboxing and there was a lot in the box. There was a computer, a webcam, a lot of different sensors that you attach to different parts of your body. There was a foot plate, some surveys to fill out, and other things as well. So last week I did do the at-home portion of the study. I'm going to include some pictures and video that I took during the study in here. But I thought I would just come on and kind of explain what it was like. I was supposed to set up some things in advance, which I didn't do because I got the email in my spam box. So whatever. I get on the call with the study coordinator and a nurse from the Kennedy Krieger Institute, and they take me through the setup process. So I set up the computer, the webcam, had to plug a lot of different things in, make sure everything was working right. The webcam also had a microphone and a speaker. I also had to measure out 22 feet on the floor. So I did this in a really big room in my basement. So I make sure I had 22 feet. So they sent like a measuring tape and tape to mark on the floor. So I measured out 22 feet, which would be the place that I would be walking and doing the walking part of the study. They also asked me some questions about my family history, some questions about my personal health, like if I have any other diagnoses, and also if I experience any symptoms of ALD. And I told them at the time I do consider myself asymptomatic. However, 90% of women with ALD do eventually get symptoms, so I know that I will likely have symptoms in my future. I had to set up the webcam so they could record me walking back and forth, basically. And I feel like what they were looking for here is to look for any inconsistencies in my gait and the way that I walk. I had to attach a monitor around the center of my body and also on each of my feet. So I had to basically just walk back and forth a couple of different times for a set amount of time and just walk as I normally would. I also had to set up a chair and stand up from the chair, walk, turn around, and come and sit down as fast as I could. I also had to use the foot plate and put it on the ground and basically put my feet on the edges of it so that I was standing a certain amount of distance apart. Then I slipped the foot plate out and I had to stand in that spot for I think it was 30 seconds, just balance there with my eyes open and then with my eyes closed. And balancing with my eyes closed was actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. There was definitely a few seconds where I felt like I was really swaying. So that kind of surprised me, but I think that that's pretty normal. I then had to have a partner in my house help me with some of the other tests. So basically, the partner had to sit across from me and hold up their finger and basically just move their finger in different spots, and I had to mirror what their finger was doing. And then I also had to tap their finger, tap my nose, tap their finger, tap my nose. I don't really know what that was measuring necessarily. I think it's some sort of like maybe neurological or cognitive ability. I didn't record and get pictures of everything because obviously I wanted to focus, on the study itself and making sure that I was listening to all the directions properly. I also had to fill out a bunch of different surveys. They were pretty much about quality of life. And I also had to complete this spiral. And I feel like this was measuring for like tremors in your hands, because something that a lot of women with ALD get is tremors. So basically it was a printed spiral and I just had to take a pen or a pencil and just trace the spiral, which was actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be too. Not because I have tremors, I don't, but just actually tracing the spiral was somewhat difficult. Then I sent all the things back to Kennedy Krieger. And then in about 6 months, I will be going down to Kennedy Krieger in Baltimore to do the second portion of the tests. So there I'll be doing basically all these exercises over, but in the lab. And I'll also be using some more advanced equipment to measure balance. And I'll also be undergoing an MRI and doing some blood testing as well. It was, really cool to see how I was able to participate in research from home. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'm excited to be documenting this experience and to be able to be part of research for ALD.